All right, as you've seen in the title, we hit over 1K or 2% on the Lucid account. We hit break even on the top steps, and I'm about to go over the trade. But I'm over here like, I'm looking chopped, bro, but who cares? Doesn't matter. And then, all right, so my bias going into today was bearish. Why? Why are you bearish? What are you thinking? What are you thinking, brother? What are you thinking, brother? Um, Reason for being bearish is because we had this low right here. Nice, juicy low. Very, very nice, juicy low. Relative, relative, swing low, nice, juicy low. And it also is the low that will help us reach back into that 4 hour, buy side imbalance, which again is something I do see the market filling. Why not? Like why not? We moved up so much more higher. We should come back down, try to retrace up into it and fill it up. And even the volume imbalance down here too is crazy. So yeah, and that's kind of what I was just looking at for today. Honestly, just looking for the market to reach back up into here, and then eventually targeting higher. Just internal to external, really just simple, sweet concepts. On the 30-minute time frame though, or the 15. Let's go to the 15. 15. We had this nice low I was targeting on the first trade here, which again is on these top sub accounts, and then I'll show you guys the Lucid account, and then 5-minute time frame, market swept these lows, and this is where my break-even point was, right around here, and the market swept them and then pushed up higher, which again is fine with me. On the 1-minute time frame, I also entered on the 1 minute. Once we had this 1 minute inversion for Elliott form, this is so simple, so sweet. Everybody trades like this, bro. Like, I swear, every time I look on social media, everybody's trading this way. I need to find a better way to trade. I need to find the sauce, bro. But either way, we had a 2-minute change in the state of delivery. No, we had a 1 minute. I mean, I don't know what I'm saying, bro. I had a 1 minute change in the state of delivery from the move higher. I wouldn't count this really as a candle. And then once we had that move lower, change in the state of delivery, broke past this low. Market what? Gave a strong displacement with this candle. Came up, retraced, boom, did his magic right here. And then the market pushed down lower, swept this low, went break even, and then it came back up and it stopped me out. And then it moved up higher one more time, and then it swept. Boom, it swept right there. And this is the 2-minute inversion for rally gap that I was talking about. That I took on the Lucid accounts, but I entered all the way down here once the market was already displacing. I was already journaling this trade, and then when I was done journaling it, I was going to do the hindsight trade for the day, which is like the best trade for today, and I realized this was the best trade for today, and then I realized, why don't I just enter? I entered, and then I was like having heavy size to get me out of the drawdown for the Lucid account, and then eventually you can see the market just swept this low, stalled around, and then eventually continued lower. But we did have that 5-minute change in the state of delivery, which was keen. Because the market did not move higher in this price lag at all, as you can see here. And I'm trying to use more of a like standard deviations, market maker models. I already have been using it more, but not really more. But I've been understanding the concepts, but I don't put them into play. I'm trying to keep my trading simple, and I'm just trying to take it a little bit more advanced. And trying to go more advanced. But yeah, here's the chart executions, as you can see here. 6 cons, 45, and then eventually 44.0. Right, a little bit lower, right. 45 is around. I entered a little bit later than usual. I got a bad feel, honestly, right there. Again, waiting for this candle to close. Bull market push down lower, stop me out. This would have not been a 1-to-1 because my stop loss was a little bit tight. It was like all the way up here, and a 1-to-1 would have been right here, around there. But I was targeting this low for a 1-to-2, and the market never really met it. So that is fine, honestly. That's fine. I was targeting this low. Nice key draw on liquidity for us to move down lower. On the good days where we don't have CPI the next day, I see us pushing down lower, reaching those lows and continuing to the downside to rebalance or redeliver back into that fair value gap. And yeah, like once the market swept these lows, good break even point, market pushed up higher, which is fine. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, that's negative risk reward though. That's a 0.5, brother. 0.5. Good area to go break even. It's a really good area actually. But yeah, if I had a better feel, honestly, right there. Even then, like even if I had a tighter stop, maybe that would have been the problem solved with the tighter stops. But yeah, that would have been the trade right here if we had a tighter stop. But either way, I'm not trying to trade too tight with a stop loss like that. Maybe, again, my stop loss usually has to be at the rejection blocks, if not at the highs. But majority of the time, I usually like using the rejection block here. I just back tested it, have enough data on it. I like it. It's nice, calm, collected. So yeah, that's pretty much really the trade here for the top sub accounts. You can see we're only up 13 bucks. Buckaroonies, I still have to build the balances up on these accounts. I still have to get 5 winning days to then eventually request the payout. So again, I'm not really rushing the process here. I'm thinking more about my system, what trades I'm taking, what quality setups I'm taking, and then of course also the process. You know, like, am I following my system? Am I taking good trades? I'm not worried about, you know, the P&L, this and that. And that's really it. And then eventually we're gonna also be scaling, you know, building accounts. But again, it takes time, and I'm not going to be trying to rush the process. So here was the Lucid account right here. You can see we sold 20 and we bought 20 here, or bought 18. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened, bro, but my math ain't mathing right now. I sell 20 and then buy 18. Doesn't make sense. $1,171 for my P&L. I don't know why it doesn't show here. I would want it to show here. I see so many traders, you know, like show their stuff here, but I'll probably have to figure it out or something. But here is the account here. As you can see, my total P&L and then my equity. So we're back at, you know, where we were, and just up like 200 bucks. Am I going to be rushing the process on this account? No. Am I going to be trying to take more trades than I should? No. After that first trade, I was thinking about locking out this account also and just moving on with my day, and trading tomorrow. But once I was journaling that hindsight trade for the day, I was like, all right, yeah, this looks nice. I'm willing to take it here, and that's basically what happened. So yeah, that's pretty much really it. You can open an account. Oh my gosh, bro, that's so goofy. Why do they have a lockout feature if you can open it? All right, yeah, no, I don't want to do all that. Oh, it's something about the trade of it. All right. Basically, trade recap for today. Honestly, gonna go journal, review. I already did all that. I'm gonna review now, review everything, start working on other things, and upload another video. So yeah, peace.